Good afternoon, Rampage family. Welcome back. Game 2 of the weekend against the Rocky Mountain Rough Riders. Last night's game was a pretty exciting one. All in all, I'd say our boys absolutely dominated the game. Ice time, shots, and all of that, and came out on top with a score of 4-1. Took them a little while to get on the board, but not for lack of trying. I mean, they were working hard, creating opportunities, and then once we got on the board, things kind of opened up a little bit, and particularly in the third period, we got a couple in there. So the score was 4-1, which is pretty satisfactory. But on top of that, I'd say we outplayed them even more than what the score represented. So hopefully they got a whole lot more in that today, because you can't. We've seen some of the in-state rivalry games that are just a little wacko based on what we've seen from the teams that we've played against. And what I mean by that is recently the Okanagan team beat the Thunderbirds. The Thunderbirds beat this Rough Riders team, and so far it's tough to say who of our opponents in state are the strongest, is what I'm trying to say. And one thing I do know is that when it's an in-state rivalry game, anything can happen. So let's hope the boys are ready to play. They show up, play fierce. We did a good job last night of staying out of the box for the most part, which was huge. I think that helped us tremendously. We did capitalize on one of the penalties that the Rough Riders take. They didn't have a lot of penalties themselves, but I know one of the power plays that we had later in the game was our third goal. So again, hopefully the boys can play fierce but disciplined, try to stay out of the box, and just keep the game rolling at the pace that they had last night, or better season better, right? But appreciate you all tuning in. Sorry about the technical difficulties last night, right at the beginning of the game. I hope that I've gotten it straightened out for today, and hopefully, things will be in a little bit better shape as far as the stream goes. We are still going to be missing Gavin Dormer for today's game. He's still recovering. I talked to him last night. He's in good spirits and hopes to be back next weekend for the games, but only time will tell. So more than anything, we just want him to get healthy so he can get back in the lineup with us. He's a really strong player, a big contributor, and a good kid. So we just want him to get healthy, get back in the game that I know he loves to play. I got a whole pocket full of them. I haven't tried them before. I just picked them up today, but yeah, they've got echinacea in them too, which I think is good for.
I use the bad vapor ones sometimes when I have my coffee.
Yeah.
These are pretty close.
Yeah. Good. Yeah, I'm like you. A lot of times I'll go to like the strong menthol ones because they seem to work the best, but I don't like the way they taste that much. So. Right. Yeah. Special thanks to Sonia Shields for again running the camera for me today. It really does make my life easier. It allows me to pace back and forth like a crazy person talking to myself. Which is when I'm in my element. Warm-ups are done. Boys are huddling up, getting the pep talk going, getting ready to play again today. All right, boys are ready to go. We got 20 minutes up on the clock. We are just about ready to get started with period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got us started. We've got judges, Ben, Drexel, White, Bennett, and Liam Holmes in net. All right, here we go, folks. Period number 1. Rampage win the draw back into their own zone. Bisley over to Bennett. Oh, I had that wrong. Bisley started with Bennett. Puck down in the far end, down in the corner. Fed out front, bouncing around. Rough Riders coming back the other direction. Through neutral ice to the far side. Quick poke check. Now the puck's going to end up down low in the corner. Judkins with the steal, sends it up the wall. Shot by the Rough Riders. Holmes with the save. Puck goes out to the far wall up to the point. Rough Riders send it down low. It's going to rim around to the inside. Puck comes up to the point but not out. Rough Riders holding it in. Shot goes off of a boot and ends up on the far wall. Rough Riders wrangle it back in. They've got it down low in the corner. Attempt to wrap and tuck it in on the short side, and Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up, and we get a stoppage. 19:08 left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Whittingham, Freitas, Butler, and White. Rampage win the draw. Butler sends it over to White. White wrangles it in up the wall on the near side. Freitas, it bounces around on him, and now White's going to poke check it out to center ice. Rough Riders send it in hard. Bouncing around. Whittingham gets a stick on it. He's going to skate off the wall and then drops it down in the corner for Butler. Butler's got players on, sends it over to White. White sends it up the wall to Freitas. Freitas off the wall to Whitted. Whitted sends it across for Whittingham. Whittingham sends it into the zone, regains the puck, shot, goaltender with the save. Puck ends up down low, tied up behind the Rough Riders net. Rough Riders take it to the far side now. They're up and out of the zone with it, into the Rampage zone. Rampage going for a change. Butler's going to pick it up down low, skate to the near side. Up the near side wall. He's out of the zone, through neutral, sends it, and now Foster's going to turn and chip it into the Rough Riders zone. Sarber giving chase on the forecheck. Rough Riders come back up the other way, and then Fewer sends it back off of the stick, and it goes into the zone. Doesn't come out, comes back to Sarber. Sarber with the shot. Deflects up into the netting and out of place with exactly 18 minutes left in period number 1. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Riders zone. I don't think that's. We've got Foster, Sarber, Fewer, Espirito, and Flanagan. Sorry, I couldn't see Flanagan up against the wall over there. Puck back behind the net, battle for the puck. Foster's in there. It's going to go to the far corner. Rough Riders wrangle it back in. They're going to skate to the near side. Up the near side wall. Puck bounces off. Still in the zone. Sarber gets a stick on it. Drives it back behind. Tries to feed it out front. And the goaltender's going to cover it up, and we get a stoppage. Not entirely sure he actually had it covered up, but there was a pile of people on top of the puck. So no matter what the case was, we did get a stoppage. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Judkins, Rahosian, Bennett, and Bisley. Puck goes down into the corner. Rough Riders send it around to the near side. Up the wall. They're out of the zone now. Into the Rampage zone. Stuck on the near side wall. Puck runs around back behind the Rampage net to the far side. Judkins is going to tie our player up on the wall. And we apparently have a penalty coming, I guess, to the Rampage. It looks like it's going to Judkins, but he hasn't signaled what the call is yet. They're calling a slash on Judkins. So 17-19 left in period number 1. Rampage are going to be on the penalty kill. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Drexel, Bennett, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw. Bennett's got it. He's going to send it the distance and clear it out. Rough Riders back into their own zone. They're going to try to regroup. Puck up the near side wall. Rough Riders send it across to the far side. They're offside on the way into the Rampage zone. I saw it, and thankfully the linesman did too. Looks like we've got Butler coming out to join Bennett, Banyan, and Drexel on the penalty kill. Right up on the draw. A little back and forth, and now Banyan sends it into the Rough Riders zone. Rough Riders regroup in their own zone behind their own net with the puck. Puck out to the far wall. Rough Riders send it across. They're into the Rampage zone on the near side. Puck down low, back behind the net. Rough Riders send it hard up the wall, and nobody's home, so it's going to come all the way out, all the way back into the Rough Riders zone. 1 minute and 12 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage. Rough Riders reset behind their net. Rampage getting a couple of players changed out. Rough Riders send it up the near side. They're into the Rampage zone offside. Tried to stretch out that back leg. A couple of them did, but nothing doing. So we get a stoppage. Face will be just outside the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahosian, Fewer, and Bisley. Puck bouncing around into the Rampage zone now on the far side. Puck back behind the Rampage net. And Fewer wrangles it in. He's going to clear it up the wall and the distance. Rahosian in on the forecheck. Rahosian gets there first, takes the puck away. Rough Riders now coming out of their own zone with it. Bennett's going to send it back the other direction into the Rough Riders zone. Roberts is in on the forecheck. Why let them set up when you can just put pressure on them in their own zone? That's what I always say. 21 seconds left on the penalty kill for the Rampage boys. Rough Riders up the near side wall. Pass across the far side. Shot goes wide and ends up the wall on the near side. Pass across. Left at the point. Back down the wall on the far side. Fed down low. Tied up down low in the corner. Rough Riders are going to pick it up behind the net. They skate to the near side. Rampage are back in full strength now. Excuse me, I didn't see that. Puck rims around to the near side. Freitas picks it up. He's going to skate with it. Freitas through neutral. He's got Whitted on the far side. Freitas with the shot. Goaltender with the save. And he's going to hang on. There will be no rebound. 15 minutes and 1 second left in period number 1. We're going to face off in the Rough Riders zone. Out on the ice, we've got Freitas, Whitted, Whittingham, Butler, and White. Tied up on the draw. Rough Riders are going to pull it out of the pile. They send it back behind their net to the far side. Whittingham with a poke check keeps it in the zone for now. Rough Riders send it over to the near side. Tied up on the wall. Whitted is in the corner doing battle. A couple Rough Riders players. The puck's going to go to the far corner. Up the far wall, and then shot by Butler goes wide of the net, ends up back behind the Rough Riders net. Rough Riders send up the near side wall, and then it gets cleared back into the Rough Rider zone. Whittingham in on the forecheck. Ties things up down low. Rough Riders turn, they clear it. That's going to be icing. So with 14-17 in the first period, we get a whistle, and we'll have a face-off back in the Rough Rider zone. Out on the ice, we've got Flanagan, Foster, Sarver, Fleur, and Espirito. Tied up on the draw, ends up back behind the Rough Riders net. They send it up and out of the zone on the far side. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone on the far side. Pass down low. Pass out front doesn't connect. Sarver's going to pick it up, turns around, he's coming back the other way. Sarver into the Rough Rider zone on the near side wall. Centering pass attempt, and that one's going to bury. Sarver to Foster. So after a little pressure in the Rampage zone, really quick transition on the way back by Sarver. Down the wall, finds Foster on the back door, and with 13:56 left in period number one, the Rampage are going to go up by a score of 1-0 on the goal to Armani Foster. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Judkins, Drexel, Bennett, and Bisley. Beautiful pass and connection and backdoor shot. Puck ends up into the Rough Rider zone, and that is a whistle for icing. So faceoff's going to come back into the Rampage zone with 13:49 left in period number one. Same group out as before. Rampage win the draw. Bisley picks it up, skates it to the far side, sends it up the wall, goes off the stick, and bounces up and out of the zone. It's into the Rough Rider zone. Rough Riders pick it up behind their own net. And then a quick shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck bounces up and out of the zone. Bennett skates it to the far side, chips it in. Rough Riders up and out of the zone to the near side. Into the Rampage zone, down the wall. Judkins going to pick it up, sends a pass that doesn't connect, and that's going to be icing. 13:16 left in period number one. Face out back in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahojan, Whitted, Butler, and White. Tied up on the draw, Butler pulls it out, skates to the far side, feeds it up the wall, but sticks in the way, and we have a penalty coming to the Rough Riders. So with 13:10 left in period number one, the Rampage are going to go on a power play for the first time this game. I don't think it's to get us started on the power play. We've got Whitted, Whittingham, Banyan, White, and Freitas. Puck down low. Rough Riders send it up the boards, but not out. And now, unable to clear. Freitas holds it in. Puck bounces back to a Rough Riders player, tries to clear it on the near side, and does come out to neutral ice. White sends it over to Freitas. Freitas back to White. White's going to skate it up, sends it across. It's into the zone. Freitas holds up at the point. He's going to turn, send it down the wall to Whittingham. Whittingham to Whitted. Whitted back to Whittingham. They're going to cycle. Whittingham turns, sends it down the wall. It's back behind the net into the near side corner. Rough Riders get there first, and they clear it out. White's going to go back into his zone for it. And Whitted is going for a change. Whittingham picks it up back in his zone. He's going to turn with it. Makes a move. Whittingham's through neutral. He's into the zone. Judkins is going to chip it deep, and Freitas is going to try to cover to the near side corner. A couple of Rough Riders players in there. They send it up to the point, and it's going to eke out. Rough Rider's coming back the other way into the zone. It goes to the far corner. Sarver's going to pick it up. Sarver skates it off the wall. He makes a move. Sarver's got his wheels on. He's in the zone. Sends it over to Judkins. Judkins across to Drexel, and the puck ends up in the far corner. Sarver comes in, sends it up to Foster. Foster cycles down low, sends it up the boards to Judkins. Judkins sends it around the boards. It's going to come up to the far side and out of the zone. Butler's going to have to regroup. Sends it back to Drexel. Drexel sauces it over, looking for Judkins. It's off the wall. Rough Riders get there, bounces up in the air, and now they're going to clear it into the Rampage zone. Just 16 seconds left of power play time for Rampage boys. Butler picks it up. He's behind his net with it, skates to the near side. Drexel has to pick up the puck, comes through on the near side wall. He's into the zone. Drexel makes a move, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck goes to the far wall. Drexel picks it back up, drops it for Flanagan. Flanagan takes a shot, sticks in the way. I think it goes wide of the net. And then the Rough Riders are going to clear it. That one's going to be icing as they were back at full strength. 10 minutes and 59 seconds left in period number one. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider zone. On the ice, we've got Rahojian, Roberts, Flanagan, Bennett, and Bisley. Rampage win the draw up to Bennett at the point. Bennett down the wall for Rahojian. Turn shot, goes off the side of the net. Hook down low in the corner. Roberts gets in there. Flanagan's in there as well. Flanagan feeds it out front. Oh, a point-blank shot by Yevgeny Rahojian. Now the puck's going to come back into the Rampage zone. Bisley skates it, drops it for Bennett on the near side. Bennett up the wall to Roberts. Roberts sauces it across looking for Bisley. Bisley has to wrangle it back in. Back to Bennett. Bennett on the near side wall, feeds it up. Sent off the wall. Rough Riders are going to send it into the Rampage zone on the far side. Shot. Holmes with the save. It ends up in the far corner. Yevgeny Rahojian. Sorry, I don't know why I keep calling him Yevgeny. That is his name, but Rahojian crosses the red line. He's going to dump it in. Puck down low in the near side corner. With it in on the forecheck. He gets Freitas to come in and help him out. Freitas ties things up on the wall. Puck still down low in the corner. Comes up top to Espirito. Espirito with the shot. Goaltender with the save. He's going to hang on, and we'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider zone. 9 minutes and 50 seconds left in period number one. Out on the ice, we've got Freitas, Whittingham, Fewer, and Espirito. Puck comes up to the point. Fewer sends it down the wall. It's going to rim around to the far side. Stays in the zone. Whittingham sends it back down. It's going to rim around to the near side. Puck doesn't clear. It comes back down low into the corner. Whittingham's in there to do battle. Puck goes to the far corner now. Ref gets in the way momentarily. Rough Riders pull it off the wall. They send it across to the near side. They chip it in on net, and Holmes is just going to hang on. 9 minutes and 15 seconds left in period number one. Face up in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Judkins, White, Banion, and Butler. Rampage win the draw. Butler picks it up. He's going to skate to the far side. Makes a quick move. Loses the handle momentarily and picks it back up. Skates through. He's going to chip it into the Rough Rider zone. Puck comes up the near side wall. Rough Riders get on it. And now it comes out of the zone. Battle for the puck up against the near side boards. Rough Riders send it across the far side. Centering pass, and it's into the Rampage zone. White comes back, picks it up, sends it around the boards to the near side for Butler. Out to Judkins. Puck comes out of the zone, and then Rough Riders send it back in. Down low. White's going to get there. Comes out to Judkins. Judkins to Sarver. Sarver turns with it. He's going to skate it. He's into the zone, and Rough Riders send the puck to the far side. And back again. They take the red line. They're going to chip it in and go for a change. Bennett comes back to pick it up behind his net. Feeds it up the wall on the far side. Bouncing around, and then Foster's going to pick it up. He skates out of the zone. He's through across the red line and pokes it into the Rough Rider zone. He's going to give chase into a corner. Puck down low. Drexel's in there as well. Flanagan waiting out front. Puck gets back into the corner, and then up the wall on the near side. Stays in the zone for now. Rough Rider send it across to the far side. Change direction with it. Drexel gets there, takes a shot, goes off the goaltender and wide. And now Rough Riders with the puck coming back out. They take the red line. They're going to dump it into the Rampage zone. Fewer picks it up. He's behind his net. Sends it up the near side to Flanagan, deflects off his stick into the zone. Rahosian applying pressure on the forecheck. Whitted with the takeaway in the zone. Makes a quick move. Shot. Doesn't make it through to the goaltender. Puck goes to the far side. Rough Riders send it right back again. Into the near side corner. Up the near wall. Rahosian turns around. Sends it across to Espirito. Espirito with the shot goes wide of the net. Whitted with the shot that I believe went up and over, but the net had come off. So we get a stoppage for the net coming off. 7:03 left in period number 1. Face off in the Rough Rider zone. Change of cast and crew. We've got Espirito and Fuhrer with Whittingham, Freitas, and Judkins. Rampage win the draw. It scoots past Espirito. He's got to rush to get back to it. Rough Riders into the zone on the far side. Little back and forth now. Freitas is going to skate it to the far side. Sends it up to Judkins. Judkins back to Freitas. Freitas over, looking for Whittingham, and a steal by Rough Riders. They're coming back the other way. Shot deflects off a stick up into the netting and out of play. 6 minutes and 36 seconds left in period number 1. Face off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Drexel, Banyan, Butler, and White. Puck comes out front, and then Drexel gets a body in front of it and bounces out to neutral ice. Rough Riders turn around with it. They're back in the Rampage zone. Puck down low on the near side. Up the near side wall. Banyan turns with it, and now goes off a boot, comes out of the zone to a Rough Riders player. They're going to dump it back in. They have to tag up. White turns with it, sends it up the near side, off of Banyan's stick and into the zone, and play will continue. Rough Riders pick it up down low. They send it to the far side wall. A little mishandle. Now Banyan's going to pick it up. He turns with it, chips it into the Rough Riders zone on the near wall. Puck comes up to White. He sends it across to the far side. Rampage have to tag up. They do so. Now it's in the near corner. Sarver's in there trying to tie things up. Whitted's in to help. And the puck comes up the near side wall. Rough Riders are out of the zone with it. Puck goes down low into the corner on the far side. Bisley's going to skate it to the near side. Makes a quick move. Sends it across to Sarver. Sarver's through neutral. He's into the zone on the far side. Takes a big hit right to the face mask. Jumps back up. Whitted wrangles it in over to Bennett. Bennett takes a shot. The goaltender's going to cover it up. So we get a stoppage. Well, the face up in the Rough Riders zone. 5 minutes and 25 seconds left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Flanagan, Judkins, Bisley, and Bennett. Rampage won the draw. Send it down back behind the net. Flanagan is there waiting for it. Tries to feed it out front. Judkins couldn't get much on it. Puck ends up the near side wall. Bennett with the shot. Flanagan tries to redirect that one. Goaltender makes a save. Puck comes out of the zone. Flanagan sends it across the near side wall. Bennett's going to skate through. He's into the zone on the near side. Puck goes down low, back behind the net. Flanagan gets in there. Puck's going to go to the far corner. Up the wall, and it bounces around. Just comes out of the zone. And there's just all kinds of craziness going on. Rahosian turns with it. He's in the zone, takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. And he's going to hang on. 4 minutes and 46 seconds left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we got Foster, Roberts, Rahosian, Fewer, and Espirito. Puck bounces back towards the goaltender. Rough Riders wrangle it in. They're going to skate it out on the far side. Goes off a boot, bounces back into the zone. Puck rims around the boards hard to the far side. Quick shot. Holmes makes the save. Puck up the wall on the far side. Rough Riders wrangle it back in. Another shot goes wide of the net, ends up on the near side, out of the zone, and goes the distance. 4 minutes and 20 seconds left in the period. Rough Riders coming back out the other way. They dump it into the near corner. White sends it up the boards for Roberts. Roberts turns, chips it up and out of the zone. Rough Riders are going to knock it down. They're back into the zone with it. White poke checks it to the wall. Now Roberts picks it up. Rough Riders keep it in. Foster's going to pick it up. He skates out, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in hard on net and go for a change. Rough Riders pick it up in their own zone. Freitas in on the forecheck, gets his body in the way of that pass. And now Rough Riders chip it up. White sends it back the other way. Whittingham's going to dump it into the zone. Freitas in on the forecheck. Puck goes to the far side wall. Whitted gets there, gets a stick on it, turns with it, centers the pass over to White. White takes a shot, goes up and over, ends up on the far wall. Puck comes up and out. White's got to race back for it. He's got a man on him. White sends it up the boards on the near side to Freitas. Freitas to Whitted. Whitted takes a shot, goes wide of the net. Ends up rimming up on the far side. Shot by Drexel from the point, and now the goaltender's going to cover it up. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in period number 1. Face off in the Rough Rider zone. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Judkins, Sarver, Bennett, and Bisley. Rough Riders jump early. That should have been an elimination from the face-off circle, but it's not going to be. Puck feeds out front. Banyan tries to get there and keeps it on the wall on the near side. Up to Bennett. Bennett takes a shot from the point. Goaltender makes a save. Comes right back to the near side wall. They're bouncing around. Rough Riders try to clear. Bennett knocks it down, holds it in the zone. Puck on the near side wall, and now Rough Riders are going to clear it out of the zone. Battle for the puck again, just outside the zone. It's going to come off the wall to Bisley. Bisley's going to dump it in on net. Goaltender knocks it down, leaves it for his defenseman. 2.5 minutes left in period number 1. Puck comes up and out and deflects off a stick, so play will continue. It's to the far side. Bisley turns with it, sends it up the wall, looking for Banyan. Doesn't connect, but it goes on net, so play will continue. Rough Riders pick it up deep in their own zone. Send it to the far side. Flanagan knocks it down, keeps it in the zone. Tries to feed it down low. Rahosian's in there. Foster's in there as well. Flanagan with the shot. Goaltender makes a save. And we have a stoppage, and we will get a face-off in the Rough Rider zone. 2 minutes and 1 second left in period number 1. Out on the ice, we got Judkins, Rahosian, Flanagan, Fewer, and Espirito. These lines are rotating like crazy today, so it's a little tougher to keep up. We're seeing different matches of the winger sets today, as well as the centers that are constantly rotating through. Tied up on the draw, puck goes back behind the net. Rough Riders send it over to the near side. Flanagan gets in there, keeps it in the zone for now. Quick shot by Judkins. Goaltender makes a save. Puck bounces out front. Judkins to Fewer. Fewer takes a shot, goes off a body. Goaltender makes a save. It ends up in the near side corner. Puck tied up on the near side wall. Judkins is going to turn and dump it. Rough Riders pick it up deep in their own zone. Send it up the far side wall. Out of the zone now Whitted gets a stick on it, turns around, dumps it back into the Rough Rider zone. He's going to give chase on the far side. Rough Rider sent it up the near side wall. White intercepts that pass, and now it's back into the Rough Rider zone. And Freitas was looking for Whitted. Didn't connect. Rough Riders have it out of the zone. Sorry, it's over to Butler, over to White. White up the near side wall to Whitted for Freitas. Freitas over to Whittingham. Ends up in the far corner. Freitas tries to center the pass, bounces way up in the air. Rough Riders knock it down. They're going to send it up and out of the zone. Butler has to rush back to get there first. He's got a man on. Skates back behind his net to regroup. Makes a quick move, resets. He's going to rim around to the far side. Rough Riders are there. Keep it in the zone. Hook up the far side wall. Whittingham's going to poke it up and out. Freitas will get there. One-on-one into the zone. Freitas makes a quick move. Goaltender turns it aside and ends up behind the net. Rough Riders send it back behind their own net. 22 seconds left in the period. Puck deflects, bounces up in the air. Freitas holds it in the zone. He sends it across to the near side. It comes up and out. Bennett's going to dump it in. Rampage have to tag up. And didn't hear that, so they are offside. And we get a whistle. 9.5 seconds left. Faceoff's going to come to just outside the Rampage zone, I believe. Oh, it's coming back into the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Banyan, Drexel, Bisley, and Bennett. Shot goes through the crease of the far side wall. 3 seconds left. Puck tied up on the far wall. Drexel's in there. Bisley's in there as well. And time expires on period number 1. So your score after 1 is 1-0 in favor of the Rampage. Currently, the shots on goal are showing 21-7 in favor of the Rampage. And we will advance to period number 2, and we'll get a nice cut.
We'll be back.
Okie dokie. Oh, that sounds good. So we'll take a quick 10-minute break for a nice cut, and then we'll be right back with you.
I said he
right, folks, welcome back as we get ready to start period number 2. Rampage boys currently up by a score of 1-0, but kind of like last night, it feels like we're outplaying them more than what's showing up on the scoreboard, but that's okay. Just got to keep it going, keep the pace, keep creating opportunities, and we'll get some more to land. It's just a matter of time. Liam Holmes set up back in the net. Out on the ice, we've got Bisley, Bennett, Banyan, Drexel, and Judkins to get us started for period number 2. I got a whole pocket full of them. Linesman didn't like what they saw. And some people jumping a little bit early. But they... Okay, now they're going to make them change up. All right, Rough Riders win the draw back into their own zone with it. Across to the far side. Kind of fanned on the shot. And now the puck's going to come out of the zone. Rough Riders send it up off the stick into the Rampage zone. Bisley in the near side corner, up the wall. Rough Riders with the takeaway. Skid off the wall, shot taken. Holmes with the save. He's going to hang on. So with 19:40 left in period number 2, we have a stoppage. We have a face-off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Butler, Whittingham, Freitas, and White. Whittingham and White. It's a lot of W's. Rampage win the draw back in the corner. Butler sends it around to the far side wall. Freitas gets there. He's going to turn with it off the wall. Comes up and out, and then Rough Riders dump it back in. That was icing, but play continues for reasons unknown. Puck come a little back and forth in neutral ice, and then puck tied up on the near side wall. Puck comes back to Butler. Butler over to White. White's going to dump it into the zone. Whittingham on the near side wall. Keeps it down low. Freitas goes in, try to tie things up. Puck on the near side wall. And then a shot from Butler goes off the body, ends up back in the corner. Whittingham sends it across the crease. White picks it up on the circle, sends it up and over to the near side wall. Whittingham's going to dump it back down low again. Rims around to the far side. Flanagan gets in there to try to tie things up. Keep it in the zone for now. He turns and dumps it down low. Rough Riders get to the puck back behind their net. Send it up the near side wall. They're out of the zone on the near side. And a little back and forth. Looks like Espirito's coming back the other way. Rims around to the far side boards. Tied up on the far side. Sarver's in there. Flanagan's in there. And looks like Rough Riders pull it out of the pile. They're up and out of the zone. To neutral ice. They take the near side into the Rampage zone. Shot. Holmes with the save. Puck comes back to the near corner. Rough Riders turn. Feed it back down behind the net. Puck gets sent up the near side. Sarver sends it up and out and clears it, and I think this is going to be icing. And we get a whistle, and it is indeed. 18 minutes exactly left in period number 8. Out on the ice, we've got Bisley, Bennett, Rahojan, Roberts, and Judkins. Rough Riders win the draw. Quick shot goes off bodies, comes to Roberts. Roberts skates with it, sends it across off the boards. Judkins looking for Roberts, and Rough Riders clear the zone. Bennett knocks it down and bounces back into the Rampage zone. Comes up and out. Rough Riders are offside, but I guess they didn't touch it in the zone. So play continues. Comes back to Bisley. Off the wall to Rahosian, back to Bisley. Bisley's coming through at the head of steam. He's on the near side. Shot deflects off a stick, ends up back behind the Rough Riders net, and now to the far corner. Roberts gets in there to tie things up. A couple of Rampage players getting a change. Rough Riders send it to the near side. Rahosian gets a body in the way. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone, near side wall. They're going to feed it over to the far corner. Comes up to Banyan. Banyan turns, feeds it out, doesn't quite connect. I think that's going to be icing. Nope, doesn't have enough for icing. Rough Riders get back. They change direction to the near side and feed it back to the far side. Rough Riders feed it up. Banyan kicks it back, and now Rough Riders pick it up. They're coming back the other way. Into the Rampage zone. Down low, and then Drexel's going to pick it up. He skates to the far side. Drexel over to Banyan. Banyan skating through neutral. He's in the Rough Riders zone. Loses the handle. Rough Riders clear it out. Play will continue. Butler gets down there. White comes in the mix as well. Puck's back behind the net. It's going to come to the near side wall. Whitted clears it off, looking for Banyan. Goes through the stick, and now Rough Riders have it back. They turn it around. They're back into the Rampage zone. It's down low. Butler's going to get there. White comes in to help out, and puck comes up the near side wall. Drexel clears it for Freitas. Freitas has some room. Freitas with a move. Goaltender with the save. Freitas gets hooked and dragged down. Trying to come back to the puck. No whistle. Play continues. Rough Riders come back the other way. They're into the zone. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. And we have a stoppage. Puck goes to the far side wall. Rough Riders have it on the wall. Sorry. I dropped my phone, folks, and I'm trying to get it back. My phone. Oh. It's right here. Somewhere. There it is. I thought I was losing my mind for a second. My phone. All right, out on the ice. We've got Foster, Fewer, Freitas, Whittingham, and Espirito. All right, tied up down low. Rough Riders behind the Rampage net. They feed it up to the point on the near side. Pass across. Shot goes wide of the net. Ends up on the near side wall. A little back and forth. Gets tied up down low in the corner on the near side. Pass up. Freitas picks it up. He's going to sauce it out of the zone. Rough Riders pick it up at neutral ice. Send it across to the near side. They're coming back the other way. Rampage getting a couple players changed. Shot. Body's in the way, and it's going to fall down right there. Espirito has to come back for it. Fans on the pass attempt. It ends up on the near side wall. Rough Riders send it up and then into the far corner. They're going to skate back behind the net. Pass across to the far side, deflects off the stick and out of the zone. Rough Riders dump it in, but they have to tag up. Fewer sends the puck up and out. Puck goes back into the Rampage zone to the far side wall, up the wall, to the point, but not out. Rough Riders send it across to the near side wall. They pick it up, skate with it. Sarver sends it over to Flanagan. Flanagan skates through, makes a move. He's down the near side wall, takes a stick to the face, keeps going. Rough Riders send the puck to the far side corner. Puck gets cleared up and out. It's bouncing on everybody. Rough Riders turn, send it across to the far side. Shot from up top. Holmes gets a piece of it, ends up on the near side wall. Bisley takes it away. Whitted has to pick it up. He leaves it for Bennett. Bennett up the wall, goes off of Flanagan and into the zone. Rough Riders send it to the far corner, up the wall to the point, but not out. Bennett holds it in, centers the pass, deflected, goes wide of the net. Rahosian wrangles it in on the near side. Rahosian's going to skate, comes off the wall, leaves it for Bennett. Bennett drives it down low into the corner and then sends it back behind the net. Puck comes in the near wall. Rough Riders are going to turn with it. You send it up. Whitted gets a piece, picks it up, drops it for Rahojan. Rahojan takes a shot, goes through to the far side. Butler ties it down the wall, feeds it up to Whitted to the point. Whitted fans on the shot, and the Rough Riders come back the other way with speed. Well played by Trent White to poke that puck away. Rahojan feeds it up the wall, up and out, and I think this is going to be icing, and is indeed. We've got some parents complaining that it should have been a head contact on their player, but it was not indeed, because it was actually their player that initiated the contact with Trent White. He's just stronger. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Drexel, Banyan, Butler, and White. Face off in the Rampage zone. Puck comes up to the point, across to the far side. Holmes has it in his glove. He's going to hang on to it. 12 minutes and 48 seconds left in period number 2. And right now, so far, the Rough Riders have had a little more action in our zone than the other way around, and I don't like it. I just want to check something real quick. Yeah, we're so good.
Oh, recording?
Yeah, when I dropped my phone, it looked like it was trying to cancel the stream. The puck is stuck apparently in the equipment. Well, we can't find it. They thought it was stuck down his shorts, but it was sitting on a dashboard. That was kind of funny. All right, out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Whittingham, Freitas, Fewer, and Espirito. Put into the Rough Riders zone. They've got it. They send it across to the far side wall. Freitas gets in there, ties it up on the wall. Rough Riders are going to send it hard around to the near side. Comes up and out of the zone. Espirito turns it. Whittingham sends it in. Rampage have to tag up. They do so. Freitas feeds it out front, looking for Whittingham. Just couldn't quite get a stick on it. Rough Riders with it in their own zone. They're going to come skating out on the near side into the Rampage zone, send it on net. Holmes turns to the side. Back behind the net, and the net came off, maybe? Maybe? Must be. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Judkins, Freitas, Espirito, and Fewer. Rough Riders win the draw over to the far side point. They're going to dump it down into the corner. Puck gets fed up front. Quick shot. And that one's going to go in. So with 11:47 left in period number 2, a team that apparently has never scored before gets a goal. Ties it up 1-1. Dear God, act like you've been here before. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Flanagan, Whitted, Bennett, and Bisley. Sorry, my app is acting up on me. Whitted down low in the corner, sends it up to Bennett. Bennett over to Bisley. Bisley skates up the near side wall, off of Sarver's stick. Now Rough Riders turn it around. Coming back the other way, they take the far side. Back behind the net, and we've got a penalty coming to a Rampage for a trip. Whitted was reaching for the puck. He got a skate. It wasn't intentional, but it was a good call. 11:21 left in period number 2. Out on the ice to get us started on the PK, we've got Rahojan, Roberts, White, and Butler. Rampage went it into the corner. White ties it up down low. He's got a couple of Rough Riders on him. Rough Riders pull it out of the pile, send it up the wall on the far side, comes up for a point. Cross to the near side. Quick shot. Rahojan gets his body in the way of that one. That is becoming a quick specialty. The Rampage clear it down the distance. Rahojan is an expert at putting his body in front of shots. Rough Riders coming up the near side wall. They're into the Rampage zone. Center of the pass. Puck goes to the far wall. Rough Riders to the near side point. Shot taken, goes wide of the net, ends up on the far side. Rough Riders send it up to the far point. Pass across to the near side. Send it down the wall on the near side. Up to the near side point. Back down low again. Back up to the point. Shot taken. Rahojan gets in the way in front of that one. Centered the pass. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. And now it's almost leaks through. And Butler's going to turn, pick it up, and send it the distance. And we've got some tired penalty kill here, so they're going to get changed out. Rough Riders from behind their own net. To the far side. 36 seconds left on the penalty kill. Puck on the far wall. Rough Riders send it around to the near side. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Rough Riders send it across to the far side. Make a quick move. They're offside on the way back in. And we get a whistle. 22 seconds left of penalty kill time. 9:43 in the period. Out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Drexel, Bennett, and Bisley to continue the PK. Rampage send it to the near side wall. And then Judkins backhands it back into the Rough Riders zone. Rough Riders regroup behind their net. 6 seconds left on the penalty kill. Rough Riders skate to the far side. They're into the Rampage zone down low. Center of the pass. It doesn't connect. It comes up and out, and the net is off again. And the Rampage are back at full strength. Just. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Whittingham, Esperito, Fewer, and Freitas. Tied up on the draw. Puck bounces out. It's going to come up and out of the zone. Rough Riders back into their own zone for it. Whitted in on the forecheck. Rough Riders send it up the near side wall, and now they're going to drive it back behind their net to the far side. Take the far wall. They're up and out of the zone. Lost the handle, and now Freitas coming back the other way. Freitas just loses the handle, wrangles it back in, makes a quick move, gives it to Whitted. Whitted feeds it through to Butler. Loses the puck momentarily now. The Rough Riders send it up but not out. Butler knocks it down, keeps it in the zone. Shot taken. Goalie makes a save. He's going to hang on. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Foster, Flanagan, Butler, and White. Puck goes right back towards the goaltender. Has to make a save on the faceoff. Fed down low. Server's going to pick it up. Brings it to the near side. Centers the pass. It ends up back behind into the far side corner. Foster ties things up on the wall. Flanagan coming in to help out. Rough Riders send it to the near side. They're out of the zone with it. Butler has to come back for it. He's got a player on him. Sends it down low. White picks it up and skates to the far side. Puck comes up and out of the zone. Rough Riders are going to regroup at neutral ice and send it back in. They were offside. And we have I don't know if we have a penalty coming. We had a stoppage. 8 minutes and 5 seconds left in period number 2. That'll be nice. We've got Bisley, Rahosen, Judkins, Roberts, and Bennett. Rampage win the draw. Bisley sends it up the wall on the near side. Rahosen's going to clear it. Kicks it forward. He's in the zone. Rosen with the shot. Goaltender makes a save. Rough Riders send it back into the Rampage zone. Puck down low behind the Rampage net. It's going to bounce out front. Roberts to Bisley. Bisley takes the red line. He's going to send it into the far corner. Rough Riders turn around. They clear it out. Take it on the near side. Back into the Rampage zone. Puck to the near side corner. Puck down low. Back behind. Quick move made. And the goal's in. And the net had come off. The net had come off, so Liam couldn't play it. So with 7:07 left in period number 2, Rough Riders go up on a goal that shouldn't be. Tell you what, I haven't really been complaining about the refs so far, but I'm about to. Out of the ice, we've got Drexel, Foster, Banyan, Fewer, and Espirito. Puck down low into the zone. Drexel picks it up, feeds it up, comes up to Fewer. Fewer takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. He's going to hang on. 6:51 left in period number 2. We're going to face off in the Rough Riders zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Banyan, Foster, Fewer, and Espirito. Puck comes out. Rough Riders are going to pick it up. They feed it through off the skate into the Rampage zone. Fewer picks it up. Puck gets stuck behind the Rampage net. Drexel's in there to help out. Rough Riders send it up. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. Puck bounces out front. Banyan's going to wrangle it in. Feeds it over to Drexel. Drexel flips it into the zone. Just wide of the net. Puck down low. Rough Riders send it up. They're going to skate it up the far wall. Into the Rampage zone. Shot goes off of a leg. Up, but not out. Bounces down into the near side corner. Butler gets ridden by his helmet into the boards. Now that was what we do call head contact. No whistle. Play will continue. White clears it up and out. And Banyan's in on it. He gets there first, but Rough Riders player wrangles it back in. Changes direction. Judkins in on the pressure. Puck up the far wall. Freitas holds it on the wall for now. Still with it. Freitas feeds it up to the point. Shot taken from the point. Body's in the way. Freitas tries to take a shot. Body's in the way. Comes up to Butler. Butler takes a shot. Body's in the way. Follow on by Whittingham. Goaltender makes a nice save on that one. Freitas gets upended. Rough Riders coming back the other way. Near side wall. Puck back behind into the far side corner. Will change direction and ends up back down low in the corner. Rough Riders turn, fire up and over to the far wall. Judkins is going to take it away. He skates it up and out, makes a move, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in. Puck down low, Sarber on the forecheck. Rough Riders change direction to the near side. Feed it up to neutral ice. They're into the Rampage zone. White gets a body in the way of that one. He's going to turn, goes way up in the air, up on the far wall, and then gets cleared out. Rough Riders turn it around back to the near side. White gets in the body in the way of that one. Nice job, Trent. Puck goes to the far side. Bisley gets tied up, sends it up. Rough Riders with the takeaway. Shot taken, goes off of a body. It's going to bounce up and out of the zone. Flanagan on the forecheck. Rough Riders turn it around, send it back in. White sends a pass up. It gets picked off, and the Rough Riders are offside. They also have too many men on the ice, but who am I to judge? Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Foster, Rahosian, Bennett, and Fewer. Rahosian sends it up to Fewer, Fewer to Roberts. Roberts is in the zone, takes a shot. Goaltender has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. Same group out as before. Up to the point to Bennett. Shot taken, goes up and over. Quick shot by Foster. Goaltender makes a save. He didn't have it covered up. That puck was loose the whole time. It's still loose, but we get a whistle on the stoppage. Face off being the Rough Rider zone. Tied up on the draw, bouncing around. Rough Riders get to it, send it up, but not out. Fewer sends it back. Rough Riders coming back the other way with speed. They hold up on the far side. Quick shot. Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up. 3 minutes and 30 seconds left in period number 2. Out on the ice, we've got Banyan, Drexel, Butler, Judkins, and White. Puck comes back. Butler picks it up, skates to the near side. Off of Banyan's stick, it's into the zone. Banyan's going to give chase. Up the wall. Drexel holds it, backhands it back behind the net. Judkins gets there, feeds it to Banyan. Puck still comes out front. Drexel feeds it through to the near side corner. Rough Riders with it. They clear it out, and they're going to skate through into the Rampage zone on the far side. Shot goes off the body, doesn't go anywhere, and now gets cleared up and out to neutral ice. White's going to turn around with it, sends it up to Drexel, off his stick into the zone. Freitas gets it, gets tied up in the far corner. Whitted comes driving in to keep it down low. Rough Riders skate to the near side. Puck comes up and out. Whitted's going to take it away, turns it around, feeds it up to Freitas. Freitas backhands it into the zone. Whittingham's going to give chase. Rough Riders send it to the near side wall. Down low in the corner. Takes a weird bounce off the glass. Comes up to Espirito. Holds at the blue line. Tries to feed it down low. Rough Riders will take away. They're going to send it the distance. And it takes a weird bounce, so there will be no icing. Bisley gets there. It comes back to Bisley. Puck comes up the wall. Whittingham knocks it down. And now Whitted skates through. Puck goes on net, and Holmes is going to cover it up. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Foster, Bennett, Fewer, and Flanagan. 1 minute, 49 seconds left in period number 2. The Rough Riders are catching up on the shots. Flanagan picks up the puck, skates through, takes the red line. He dumps it into the zone. Sarberg is absolutely interfered with. And then the kid's holding his stick. Out on the ice, Sarber, Foster, Flanagan, Bennett, and Fewer. Puck bouncing around down low. Flanagan skates it to the far corner, up the wall, turns with it off the wall, feeds it over to Bennett. Bennett takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save, ends up in the near corner. Up the near side wall, up to Bennett. Bennett fans on it. Flanagan turns and sends it. Starts to come through, and now the Rough Riders clear it. They're going to wrangle it in. A cherry picker out front. Holmes with the save, and the net comes off. And they need some new pegs for that net down there. Out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Roberts, Rahosian, White, and Butler. All right, comes through. Roberts is going to pick it up. Drives it down low into the corner. Holds up in the corner. Puck goes up the far side wall. Rough Riders pick it up. They come up and out with it. Quick turnaround. Back up. Butler with the steal. He turns around, feeds it up to Rahosian. Rahosian takes a shot. Goaltender has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Riders zone with 46 seconds left in period number 2. Out of the ice, we've got Rahosian, Whitted, Roberts, White, and Butler. Rampage win the drop to Butler at the point. Shot taken. Body's in the way. Goes across to the far side. Rough Riders skate it down into the corner. They're going to regroup. Pass doesn't connect, and we get a whistle for icing. What? 3 seconds off the clock. When we got a face-off in the Rough Riders zone, I don't like it. Out on the ice, Banyan, Drexel, Whitted, Butler, and White. Rampage win the draw. Banyan from the top of the circle shot. Goaltender has him in his glove. He's going to hang on. So we'll get one more just like before. 29.6 seconds left in the period. Rampage win the draw. Over to Butler. Shot taken. Body's in the way. Now Rough Riders are coming back. 2-on-1 into the zone. Nice poke check by Trent White. White's coming back the other way. He's into the Rough Riders zone. Move to the outside. Shot taken. Goaltender's going to cover it up. 11 seconds left in period number 2. We're going to another face-off in the Rough Riders zone. Out on the ice, we got Foster, Whittingham, Freitas, White, and Butler. 11 seconds left in the period. Up to Foster at the point. Tied up on the near side. And time expires on period number 2. So your score after 2 is 2-1 in favor of the Rough Riders. Period number 2 definitely went to the Rough Riders in terms of productivity and I'd say effort as well. So we'll take a quick break, get another ice cut, and when we come back, hopefully the Rampage boys have a lot more gas in the tank to finish out period number 3 strong. All right, folks, welcome back as we get ready to start period number 3. Rampage boys in a 2-1 deficit right now. Let's see what they've got in the tank to dig themselves out of this hole. I've got faith. Just need them to show up in force. But I believe, and you should believe as well. Out on the ice to get us started for period number 3. We've got Liam Holmes in net. We've got Whittingham, Freitas, Whitted, White, and Butler out on the ice. Rough Riders win the draw. Back into their own zone. Pass across to the near side. Tied up on the near side wall. It's going to squeak through the Rampage zone. Freitas over to Butler. Butler up the wall, looking for Whittingham. Comes back into the zone. Butler has to come down for it. He's got a man on. Puck comes up, but not out of the zone. And now Freitas is going to pick it up. He skates through. Pass across to the far side. Whittingham gets there. Puck comes through hard to the near side and up and out of the zone. Rough Riders coming back into the zone with speed. They hold up on the near side wall. Freitas and Whitted in the mix. Rough Riders off the wall now, and Butler's going to send it to the near side. Freitas backhands it all the way down. The player stopped skating. You can't stop skating. That's actually not icing. But nonetheless, we had a whistle for icing. Face off in the Rampage zone. 19-10. Left in period number 3. Out on the ice. Banyan, Judkins, Drexel, Bisley, and Bennett. Puck tied up. Trip, but no call. Puck comes out of the zone. Back into the Rough Riders zone now. Deep. Judkins in on the forecheck. Puck to the far corner. It's going to bounce out front. It comes up to the near side point. It's out of the zone. Bennett's going to send it back in. Rampage have to tag up. They do so. Puck to the far wall. Bounces up and out of the zone now. And then Drexel turns, fires it back in. Rampage going to go for a change. Rough Riders get to it in the near side corner. They send it up the near wall. Steal by Flanagan. He turns around. Skates it off the wall. And Foster backhands the puck into the zone. He took an elbow to the head in doing so. Rough Riders send it out of the zone. Turn back around. Whitted over to Fewer. Fewer on the near side. Back to Whitted. Whitted centers the pass. It doesn't connect. And now Rough Riders come back the other way. Near side. They're going to drive it back behind the net. White gets there. Sends it to the near corner. Flanagan... Rough Riders pinch in and hold it in the zone. White ties things up back behind the Rampage net. Whitted comes in to help out. The puck goes to the far wall. Rough Riders turn, take a shot, goes off the body, ends up back in the corner. Up the far wall, poke check, and now Sarver's going to leave it for Whitted. Whitted's out of the zone, takes the far side. He's going to dump it in and go for a change. Puck back behind the net. Sarver's in on the forecheck. Roberts gets in there and tie things up down low in the corner. Roberts comes out of the pile with it, gets tripped, no call. That's another one that couldn't be more obvious. Rough Riders pick it up, go back behind the net to the far side wall. Kept in the zone. Rough Riders pick it up behind their net, send it up the near side wall, up and out to the far side. Into the Rampage zone, down low into the corner. Bennett ties the player up. Rahosian picks it up in the corner. He's going to skate off the wall with it. Rahosian makes a move. He chips it into, goes off the body and into the Rough Riders net. So I believe we'll have a face-off just outside the Rough Riders zone. Not the net. Did I say the net? I wish it was the Rough Riders net. Into the Rough Riders bench. So we get a stoppage with 17:01 left in period number 3. Trying to manifest here, people. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Foster, Rahosian, Bisley, and Esperito. Puck back into the Rough Riders zone. They're going to send it down deep. Roberts holds it in the zone momentarily. Now it's going to get cleared out. It's deep in the Rampage zone. Esperito gets a boot on it, and then Foster comes up, tries to tie things up. Bisley skates it to the far side. He's going to turn around, change it back to the near side for Espirito. Off the wall, Rough Riders have it at neutral ice. They send it back into their own zone, and they regroup in their own zone with it. Roberts is going to go for a change. They send it in offside, and it's icing. So they like to hang the cherry picker deep in the other end. 16:25 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Wooded, Freitas, Whittingham, Fewer, and Bennett. Rampage come out with it. Freitas sends it up the wall to Fewer. Fewer back down the wall, goes off the body, and it's going to come out. Fewer has to rush back for it. Came out of the zone, went back in. They were letting play continue as if it didn't. Puck comes up to the point on the near side. Holmes has to make a save. Puck goes to the far wall. Whittingham wrangles it in, backhands it up, looking for Freitas. It goes off of the stick and into the Rough Rider zone. And Freitas gets taken out into the corner, and we have a penalty coming to the Rough Riders. So with 15:56 left in period number 3, Rampage are going to be on the power play. Out on the ice to get us started on the power play, we've got Drexel, Judkins, Sarver, Foster, and Butler. Right up on the draw, comes up to the point to Butler. Over to Drexel. Shot taken, goaltender has a save. He's going to hang on. We'll get another face-off in the Rough Rider zone. Now would be a very good time for our boys to take advantage of the extra man opportunity. Tied up on the draw. It's going to go down low in the corner. Rough Rider sending it around the boards to the near side. Butler holds it. And now it's going to bounce up in the air. Bounces around. Drexel picks it up. Skates off the wall with it. He's going to try to regroup in his own zone. Drexel up to Butler. Butler off the wall for Sarver. Sarver across. Goes to Judkins. Judkins is going to dump it. Rims around the boards to the near side. Comes back to Drexel. Can't keep it in, or I guess he does keep it in the zone. Judkins holds it down low. Makes a move in the corner. Feeds it over to Foster. Judkins picks it up to the point to Drexel. Drexel to Butler. Butler takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. Puck bounces out front, not out of the zone. And now it gets poke checked out. Rough Riders coming back the other way. Drexel with a quick poke check. He's going to recollect the puck, and I think we're going to get a change of our power play unit. 53 seconds left on the power play for the Rampage boys. Banyan picks it up, skates to the near side, up to Whitted. Whitted tries to feed it through, fans on the pass, and now Banyan's going to pick it up. He's into the Rough Rider zone. Puck comes up the boards and out. White's going to have to come back into his own zone and recollect. Holmes drops it for White. White comes skating out over to Whitted on the near side. Whitted feeds it across. Freitas picks it up. Shot taken, goes off the body, ends up in the corner. The puck comes up and not out. Whitted picks it up, gives it to Whittingham. Whittingham feeds it up to the point to White. White across to Freitas. Back to White. Fed across to Whitted. It goes off of the body, and then it comes up but not out. White holds it in. Sends it off the wall for Whittingham. Whittingham turns with it. It's the top of the circle. Shot taken, goes off the body and just wide. Puck comes out of the zone. It's poke checked, and now it's going to come back to White, and the Rough Riders are at full strength. White makes a move, sends it across to Banyan. It goes through, and that's going to be icing. 13:37 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Flanagan, Roberts, Rahosian, Bennett, and Bisley. Rampage won the draw. Bennett picks it up, skates to the near side, up for Roberts. It's out of the zone and a little back and forth at neutral ice. Into the Rough Riders zone. They pass across to the far side. Bennett sends it up the near side wall, off the wall. Rahosian sends it into the zone and takes a check, and he is hurting. Rahosian is down and hurt. .13 left in period number 3. And right now, we just need to see Yevgeny get up, which he does. It looks like they're going to send him off to be looked at. .13 left in period number 3. Let's hope Yevgeny is okay. Out on the ice, we've got Flanagan, Judkins, Sarver, Fewer, and Espirito. Rampage send it in on net. Rough Riders send it across to the far side corner. Back into the corner. Around the wall to the near side. Fewer pinches in. Keeps it in the zone. And now it's going to come out to neutral. On the near side wall, Rampage send it in. Judkins has to find it. Sends it over to the far side. Espirito up the wall. Sarver off the wall. Fewer's going to pick it up. He skates through, takes the red line. He's going to chip it in and go for a change. Puck tied up down low in the corner on the far side. Sarver's in there. Flanagan comes in to help out. Up the wall to Whitted. Whitted holds it at the wall for now and gets poke checked out of the zone. Whitted's going to wrangle it back in. Back into the zone. Makes a move to the far side. Shot taken. Goaltender with the save. He's going to hang on. We'll get a face-off in the Rough Rider zone with 12:18 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Banyan, Drexel, White, and Butler. Up to Banyan. Banyan's going to send it down low. Puck in the corner. It's going to go to the far side now. Up and just, I guess it didn't come out of the zone. No, it does. And now it gets sent back in. And I think the Rampage were offside. 12:03 left in period number 3. Same crew as before. Drexel, Whitted, Banyan, Butler, and White. Puck still in the zone. Cross to the far side. Up the wall and out. Doesn't connect. That should be icing. We get a whistle. Face off. We'll be back in the Rough Rider zone with 11:47 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Foster, Whittingham, Freitas, Butler, and White. Puck Puck comes up to White. Shot taken up high. Goaltender just gets a piece. Sends it wide into the corner. Puck back behind the Rough Riders net. Big check by Butler. It's into the zone. Trent White, a nice poke check. Comes back up to Butler. Butler makes a move. Sends it over to Whittingham. Whittingham sends it on net. Goaltender turns it aside. Freitas sends it around the boards to the far side. Whittingham's there waiting. Gets tied up on the boards. And now Rough Riders are going to pick it up. They skate it up and out of the zone. Into the Rampage zone on the far side. They're going to dump it back behind the net. Bisley picks it up to the near side. Skates it up and out. Rough Riders send it back in. Foster's going to pick it up in his own zone. Looking for Bisley up to the point. And we have a penalty coming. We have penalties coming to one from each side. So the Rough Riders had a penalty come in, and then they got one just as a whistle blew to Zach Roberts as well. So 10:56 left in period number 3. We have offsetting penalties, and we should stay 5-on-5. The face-off should come. It's out of the zone! But these idiots don't understand that, so. Out on the ice, we've got Sarver, Flanagan, Judkins, Bennett, and Bisley. And there are like 7 Rough Riders on the ice, so I'm not sure how that works. Trying to do a late change. And it should be out of the zone, like I said before. Bisley picks it up, blows a tire, and then sends it up the wall on the far side. Sarver clears it out. And if that's not interference, I don't know what is. Puck comes back into the Rampage zone deep. Bennett sends it up the near side wall. Off the wall. Flanagan's going to pick it up. He sends it over to Sarver. Sarver with the shot off the iron. And out of play. Sarver with a great opportunity. Sometimes it's just a matter of inches. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Drexel, Banyan, Espirito, and Fewer. Still in the zone, down low. Rough Riders send it around to the near side. Banyan ties things up. Near side wall. Drexel comes in to help out. Still a pile up. Drexel turns with it to the blue line, blows a tire, sends it back down the wall on the near side. Puck comes out and across. Espirito sends it towards the net. It's bouncing around. Goaltender's going to cover it up. 10:08 left in period number 3. Tied up on the draw, comes up to Fewer. He's going to backhand it down low into the corner on the near side. Up the wall. Rough Riders out of the zone, through neutral, into the Rampage zone. Shot taken, Holmes has it in his glove. He's going to hang on. Face off in the Rampage zone. 9 minutes and 53 seconds left in the game. Out on the ice, we've got Whittingham, Foster, Butler, White, and Freitas. Freitas is going to skate it up. He's through neutral. Freitas is 1-on-3. He's into the zone, holds up on the far side. Feeds it across for White. White takes a shot up top. Goaltender turns it aside. Puck comes up and out. And this, if it has the distance, it'll be icing. And it does have the distance. So we get a whistle for icing. Face-off will be back in the Rough Rider zone. 9:34 left in the game. Same crowd as before. Whittingham, Freitas. Oh, I'm sorry. We're going to have Banyan come in for Foster. So we've got Whittingham, Banyan, Freitas, White, and Butler. Rampage win the draw. Butler takes a shot. Hard shot goes up and over and hits the glass behind. Puck's down low. It's in the near side corner. Held in the zone. Down low. Freitas gets there in the corner. Whittingham comes in to help out. I'm sorry, that's Banyan came in to help out. Puck up and out. Rough Riders come back the other way. They're 2-on-1 into the zone. Pass across. Doesn't connect. Near side wall, and now the puck comes back into the Rough Riders zone. They regroup. Rough Riders back the other way. Shot taken. Holmes with it in his glove. 8:57 left in period number 3. Out on the ice, we've got Judkins, Flanagan, Bennett, Bisley, and Sarver. Rampage won the draw. To the far side to Bisley. Up the wall for Sarver. Sarver wrangles it in, turns with it. He's into the zone. Sarver to the near side wall. Judkins kicks it off the wall. Sarver's going to drive it down low. He's behind the net of the Rough Riders net. Tries to feed it back. Flanagan comes in to help out. Puck gets tied up down low in the corner. Puck comes over the near side and into the Rampage zone. Goes to the far corner. Bisley gets there, sends it up, looking for Sarver. Goes through the stick and out of the zone. Rough Riders regroup. Back to the near side. Up the near side wall. Whitted picks it up, feeds it over for Sarver. Sarver wrangles it in, back to Flanagan. He's into the zone. Shot, body's in the way. Sarver tries to take a shot. I think goaltender makes a save. Puck goes to the far wall, and the Rough Riders wrangle it in. They're going to feed it up and out. There's a neutral ice into the Rampage zone now. Quick move to the outside. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. It bounces up and behind. Comes up to the point. Whitted is going to feed it up and out. I think that's going to be icing. 7:45 left in period number 3. Face off in the Rampage zone. Out on the ice, we've got Drexel, Foster, Banyan, Butler, and White. Rampage win the draw. White's going to flip it up in the air. Comes up and out of the zone. Drexel in on the forecheck. Puck comes up the near side wall. Rough Riders turn it around. Unable to clear. Drexel sends it into the corner on the far side. Rough Riders up to the near side wall. Tied up on the wall on the near side. It goes down into the corner. Rough Riders send it over to the far side. Off of a skate, and now it comes out of the zone. Rough Riders into the Rampage zone on the far side. Shot taken. Holmes with the save. He's going to cover it up. 7:07 left in period number 3. We're going to face off in the Rampage zone. Come on, boys. Let's just get one. Let's get one and open it up. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahosian, Judkins, Bennett, and Bisley. So Rahosian's back in the game. That's good to see. Tied up on the draw. Big pile up. It's going to go to the far corner. Still tied up. Now in the corner. Rough Riders send it up towards the point. Back down the wall. Up the wall. Rahosian tries to get there, and now he's able to clear. Rough Riders send it over to the near side. Backhanded into the zone, and then they're going to drive it down low. Rahosian picks it up in the corner, sends it up and around the boards. Off the wall, goes to a Rough Riders player, and now Judkins is going to turn with it. Sends it off the boards, looking for Roberts, just outside the reach. Rough Riders coming back the other way. They dump it in. Bennett's going to turn it around. He skates with it. He's out of the zone, off the boards. And now Rough Riders chip it back in. That is icing. And we get a whistle. 6:18 left in the period. We're going to face off in the Rough Riders zone. Out on the ice, we've got Freitas, Whittingham, Whitted, Esperito, and Fewer. Rampage win the draw. Fewer sends it down the boards. It gets stuck on the boards. Rough Riders are going to clear it out. This is going to go on net. Play will continue, and Holmes is just going to cover it up and get snowed for his efforts. 6:08 left in period number 3. So we'll get a quick change of defense. We got White and Butler out to join Whitted, Whittingham, and Freitas. Rampage win the draw, comes up but not out of the zone, and now White's going to pick it up, sends it across for Whittingham. He has to wrangle it in, he does so. He's going to dump it down the boards, rims around to the near side. Freitas gets in there to try to keep things down low. White centers the pass. It bounces around out front. Comes up to Butler. Butler takes a shot. Goaltender makes a save. And then the Rough Riders are going to clear it up and out. White comes back for it off the boards for Whitted. Whitted turns with it. He's going to make a move to the far side. Backhands it. It's into the zone. Rough Riders have the puck. They send it up off the glass. Then it has to come back into his zone for it. Bennett sends it up the near side to Freitas. Freitas turns over to Whittingham off his stick and into the zone. Rough Riders make a turn up the near side wall, deflects off of the stick and goes into the zone. Play will continue. That was played with a high stick. Played with a high stick. They let play continue. Puck comes up and out. Sarver's going to wrangle it in. Sarver's into the zone. Feeds it over towards Flanagan. It ends up down low in the corner. Rough Riders send it to the far side. Up and out to neutral ice, over to Fuhrer. Puck gets sent in deep. Rough Riders have it in the far corner, send it up the far wall. Sarver pinches in, keeps it down low, and now Flanagan also doing some work to keep it in the zone. Puck bounces out to Rough Riders player. They're going to flip it up in the air, and that should be, if it's got enough, it's going to be icing. That had enough. That should have been icing. They don't call it. Near side wall. Fuhrer gets cross-checked from behind into the boards. Puck tied up on the near side board. Foster's in there. And they did get the call. So with 4 minutes and 15 seconds left in period number 3, Rampage are going to be on the power play. And folks, if ever there was a time to get a power play goal, now is it. I'm just amazed that they know what zone to do the puck drop in. Out on the ice, we've got Whitted, Freitas, Banyan, Whittingham, and White to get us started on the power play. Puck goes right back towards the goaltender. He has to cover it up. Puck comes up top, stays in the zone for now. It's going to come to the near side wall. Whitted up to Freitas. Freitas turns across to White. White tries to send it back. Rough Riders intercept the pass, and they're going to clear the zone. White has to come back into his own zone for it. White regroups behind his net. He's going to come skating out from behind his net. Over to Whitted. Whitted off of Whittingham into the zone. It's going to go deep. Rough Riders get there, send it up the boards, but not out. Whitted turns with it. Skates to the far side, sends a pass across. Rough Riders are there to intercept. They clear the zone. White takes it away, blows the tire, and then has to regroup. He's back in his own zone. 1 minute, 11 seconds left on the power play. I don't feel like we're playing with enough of a sense of urgency right now, given the circumstances. Puck goes to Drexel on the far side. Drexel's going to turn with it. He regroups, skates to the near side. He's going to turn again. Drexel drops it back for Butler. Butler across to Sarver. Back to Drexel. Banyan's going to pick it up. Banyan's through. He's down the wall, loses the handle, and now it comes up to Drexel at the point. He sauces it across to Butler. Butler takes a shot up top. Goaltender makes a save. There is a rebound to be had. Rough Riders are going to clear it out. Drexel comes back into his own zone forward. He's going to turn with it. Off of Judkin's stick, and it's into the zone. Rough Riders send it up to the point, and it comes past, and it's out. Rough Riders with a breakaway, shorthanded. Liam Holmes with a great save. Saved the day. No! He could have played it! That's not the way icing works. There's a player on the ice that could have played it and didn't because it would have been too many men. Out on the ice, we've got Roberts, Rahosian, Flanagan, Bennett, and Bisley. Rampage pick it up. They're into the zone, offside. It comes back out of the zone. It gets sent in, and Rampage have to tag up. They do so. Rough Riders pick it up down low, and they have killed the penalty. They're back in full strength. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the game. Rahosian with a quick shot. I'm sorry, that was Roberts with a quick shot. And a save by the goaltender. Rough Riders have it. They're on the far side. They're out to neutral. They're going to chip it into the zone, just wide of the net. Bisley gets in there in the corner. Up to Roberts. Roberts feeds it across to the far side. Comes out to neutral ice. Across to the near side. Into the Rampage zone. White's going to pick it up. Rough Riders going for a change. White sends it up to Whitted. Whitted skates to the near side. He's in the Rough Rider zone. Puck up the far wall. Shot. Goaltender makes a save. Rampage had pulled the goalie. Empty net. Freitas ties it up on the boards. White's down low with it. Centers the pass out front. It comes up and out. Banyan's going to have to come back forward in his own zone. Rough Riders applying pressure on the forecheck. Banyan reverses direction for Butler. Over to Whitted. Off of his stick. Rough Riders come back the other way. That was a slash. No call. Whitted holds up in his own zone. Turns with it. Feeds it up for Whittingham. Whittingham wrangles it in. He's going to skate through. Whittingham, just 30 seconds left to go. Whittingham's down low. He's back behind the net. Pass. Puck comes up front. Bennett with the shot. And the net comes off again. And we have a timeout. 24 seconds left in period number 3. Yeah. I don't. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Okay. 24 seconds left out on the ice. 6 attackers. We've got Whitted, Banyan, Freitas, White, Whittingham, and Butler. Tied up down low, comes up the wall. Rough Riders send it the distance, and that one goes. That didn't go in the net. That wasn't in the net. They call it a goal. That didn't cross the line. It went post to post and out.
Has been off this whole game.
That's not a goal. All right, folks, I'm done talking. 16 seconds left. We're going to put Holmes back in the net. Rough Riders goal, it wasn't, but that's the way that things go for us. So thanks, Homers. Appreciate it. 10 seconds left in the game. It didn't matter. It didn't go in. They went post to post and out. It never crossed the line. 6 seconds left. On the ice, we've got Sarver, Jetkins, Drexel, Butler, and White. I really miss. Okay, folks, well, that was the most bullshit game since the last game that we lost to the Rough Riders. So, congratulations, Rough Riders, and your hometown officials. It was absolutely terrible. The boys have some work to do before next weekend's games. Everybody drive safe. We will see you at home next weekend.